You gonna remember all this?
All the big ones. All the big ones are here.
And Mamie sent over a Fanta.
Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So I guess the most obvious question, I'm sure that a lot of people start off with this, but what was the impetus of this? Like, what kind of had this whole thing, the germination of this idea for you to do a project like this?
Right. You know, I don't know exactly where, when, but, you know, from, I've just had this idea for the longest time of putting myself in, well, it stemmed from watching telenovelas, and not that I'm a aficionado by any means, but oh, someone's getting a call. Oh, Mom's calling.
You should answer that.
Hello? Hi. Who's this? Who? No, this is Will Ferrell. Are you looking for John? Who are you looking for, John or Ryan? Oh, Sarah. Yeah, she's down here at the end of the table. She's trying to interview me right now. Should she call you back? Are you home? Okay. No, I know. It came up. It said Mom on there. So just know you're on speed dial as Mom. Okay. Yes, you should. You should be. You should love that. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well, come on down. We'll be here all day. Okay? Okay, bye-bye. So call Mom.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. Do you want to do anything with this? Or
Yeah, I don't know. It's the first time I'm using. Sorry.
first and last time you're using it?
Yeah, basically. Not an iPhone, so there you go.
Proves you're good at improv, though.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See?
You got to be able to.
You gotta be able to
handle
roll
those
with it,
situations.
yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. I was just watching telenovelas and how ridiculous they are.
Yeah.
And I mean that lovingly. But that I just thought, oh, that'd be funny to put yourself in the middle of one of those and to actually commit to, and not have the joke be that you're speaking Spanish poorly, but to actually try to speak as well as I possibly could.
Like this could actually be something you saw on
right,
TV.
and that the premise being that you're watching a movie and it's an entire Latino cast, and that Will Ferrell is essentially playing a Mexican actor as part of this cast. And
Right.
that was the idea.
Yeah.
But I had it for a while, and then I heard, I kept going, God, that'd be funny to do, and I really want to do that. And then I had heard a rumor that someone was writing a script about telenovelas, and I thought, oh, if I better do it, otherwise someone's going to jump on that idea before I do.
And was the whole beginnings of Funny or Die, like, can you talk a little bit about working with your buddies on that and how much they brought to the table in terms of this particular project, you know, and kind of helping you realize the whole thing?
In terms of how it relates to Funny or Die?
Well, because I mean, the people that are directly involved with
Right.
this, it's the same team for Funny or Die, so it's kind of like a first big sort of cinematic outing for you guys to...
Yeah, I mean, well, Matt Piedmont, who directed it, he and Andrew Steele, who wrote it. Andrew Steele's kind of like our creative director of Funny or Die,
Right.
who we lured from SNL to kind of help run the site, and then Piedmont. We all got hired roughly around the same time. Matt's been running around doing shorts and has done a lot of stuff for FOD and for the HBO show. And you know, Andrew and I, we actually had always talked about doing a movie together, and as part of his deal, we actually owed paying him on a script. So I said, why don't you use this as the script? And
Yeah.
so he wrote it, and then we thought, oh, Matt would be perfect to direct it. And that's kind of how it all happened. I mean, there wasn't anything the three of us did specifically for the site
Right.
that led to this, but you know, it was definitely three people who we've all worked together and wanted to work together on a bigger project.
You work with a real great actor, Pedro Armendariz Jr., and this was actually his final film. Can you talk a little bit about working with him and maybe some of the experiences that you had with him? Any kind of recollections of any stories?
Yeah, he was he was great. You know, he was kind of a throwback to like the old Hollywood actor. You know, he had
He's been in so many films.
and
it's
these
amazing.
great stories of, you know, because his father was a huge star in Mexico as well, and stories of hanging out with John Wayne and all these amazing kind of things, and which we kind of shared John Wayne stories because as a kid, I didn't know it, nor do I remember it, but at 3 or 4 years old, I walked up to this man and said hello, and it was John Wayne.
No way.
And, in a drugstore, and he picked me up and asked me what I wanted for Christmas, and a little crowd gathered around, and he told a story of he just finished a football movie with Pat O'Brien or something like that, and
And you're like, why is the stranger holding me?
I know. And of course, so we both. So I told him my John Wayne story, which I don't think he cared about, but no, he was just great. He was great. He knew exactly what to do. He was, and you know, everyone. I mean, even though the movie is arch and silly and over the top, everyone kind of really performed in an earnest way. You know,
Yeah.
it was kind of fun to watch him give an award-winning performance. You
Well,
know?
it's a nice,
Yeah.
kind of final
Yeah,
performance
yeah,
for him to go
yeah.
out on, and
Yeah.
you know, it's funny because looking back on your career, you've had some really amazing men get to
Yeah,
play your
yeah,
fathers,
totally.
and so to have
Yeah.
a guy like that in this
Yeah.
film in particular, it seems
Totally.
like
Yeah.
that would be just a phenomenal experience. There's sort of the obligatory question, I guess, kind of like maybe sort of a wrap-up question, because this is coming out really soon, and then
Right.
we're going to be down at South by Southwest talking to the guys
To
about
Matt
this
and
as well.
Andrew, yeah.
What's next on the horizon for you? I know everybody keeps asking, are we ever going to see Anchorman 2? Are we ever going to see Step Brothers 2? I mean, like,
Yeah, I mean, we're still trying to fight to make Anchorman 2, and then Step Brothers. It's crazy how much that movie's kind of had this life outside of its initial release, and even though it did great, but so I don't. I think there's I don't know. I don't want to say anything because then it gets
because then it goes on the
immediately-
internet and everybody thinks
and
it's
then
gospel.
and then oh, I heard you guys are making it. So we're we're just talking about all of it.
Yeah.
How's that for a vague answer?
We see more of you on Funny or Die.
I'm sure at some point. Yeah.
Just didn't know if you had any ideas you're
No,
working on.
no. There's a new. I think we're launching a monthly magazine for iPad.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
That's where everything's headed.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. So
Cool. Thank you.
all right.